believe that God is true and faithful to those who believe or do not. Our unconditionally independent candidate, Quentin Brown Clown Caldwell, and together united, we can and we are changing West Virginia forward. I'm believing to become West Virginia's first black governor in 2024. Can you dig it? Hashtag baby, free the weed, heal the people. I'm running for governor again for the third time, so as I've said before, almost verbatim. But there is no greater way to get back to a state which has welcomed you with open arms than by giving back through public service. If our elected officials refuse to listen to the sick and suffering people and do not decriminalize cannabis in our beloved state, then we must simply vote them out of office. Now, my first official act as governor is action towards the decriminalization of marijuana and the remittance of all marijuana charges. I'm not running against any party or personality, simply for the future of West Virginia. And with your help, I am running as an independent candidate for governor of West Virginia 2024, which will allow me to work earnestly with both parties. Now, I love the state and the people who truly make it home. Now, I'm not former President Obama. I'm Quentin Gerard Caldwell. And again, we are changing West Virginia forward. Now, I knew as a child living in the Lincoln Heights projects of the nation's capital, when I heard John Denver sing about this magical place, that I would one day call West Virginia home. So I, like so many of our citizens, believe wholeheartedly that education is key to the future. It is our only hope, I believe, and that if we structure our schools collectively and design curriculum to what our students desire to become, I think we'll have a more receptive school population. And educated citizenry is a more sound and productive populace. So, I do believe that together we can put back the parent into parenting, because it truly does take a village, and our children's future should be our top priority. We must give parents and grandparents alone the tools to be active in their child's education, and yes, to hold them accountable. Now, our teachers need to also be held to an even higher standard, as they are the architects of the future. It breaks my heart to once again be faced with the challenge of figuring out why we are number 2 or number 1 at being last, in the nation. Now, our children must be challenged as well as instructed and educated at all levels of development. We can't approach our young people's future with a cavalier attitude. We must respect and support the countless unsung heroes also raising other folks' kids in spite of the business as usual, because that's just simply failing. I do propose looking at an effective and fair minimum pay adjustment for all workers. I don't see why we can't just start at a happy medium, a minimum of $12, but we can look at that further. And like I said, make the necessary pay adjustments for all workers. Now, I'm looking at certain increases in other industries as well. Now, I'm not proposing to rewarding teachers for the poor job some have done. Now, an investment in our children is a wise investment in the future. I propose a $55 an hour minimum for all West Virginia teachers, and I will explore ways to restructure and build the Board of Education. Now, addressing union issues, prevailing wage, and the right to work, I'm a firm believer in an honest day's wage for an honest day's labor. Now, again, it is my vision that together united, we are changing West Virginia forward. Can you dig it? I'm reaching out to all of you to let you know that my vision is to simply make a better West Virginia for us all. Now, job creation and retention will be only one of my primary areas of focus. I propose opening West Virginia for business, opening it to businesses. Can you dig it? We can be the new promised land. As this indomitable state has proven time and time again, and the resilience of the people, its natural beauty and the warm, open hearts of her inhabitants. They've won over visitors from the world over. I will promote the West Virginia Recreation Act. And how about a world-class treehouse and cannabis resort? We're going to turn our state into Disney. We will be the new face of Disney. Perhaps an outdoor sports or even multi-purpose arena would help in certain areas. Now, this isn't my first time to the dance in this rodeo. We have certain facilities that have opened up since I introduced this talk into the conversation. They've been using my playbook. That is fine. As long as we can affect change, I am happy, I am encouraged, and I am excited. So again, perhaps an indoor sports or even a multi-purpose arena would help add a tourism aspect to our state. Like I said, think like Disney, Six Flags, MGM Resorts, etc. Now, a little known fact, West Virginia is home to one of the few publicly owned minor league football teams, I believe. Don't quote me on it. If that's not the case, I would definitely like to bring this to tuition. The West Virginia coal miners. Whereas we are actual owners, West Virginians are actually owners of the team where we can all profit and benefit from here. Okay? Now, something else that I've considered, that I've thought about, but I can't do it alone. So I do encourage your participation in the campaign and in the building of the platform. It's a living platform. Okay? Now, there are other, there's a multiple slew of probably owned teams always making our state proud, that they can use our facilities as well. As I've learned to love this state and met her fine people, I've learned of the significant role Native Americans have played in our history. Now, as a part of my platform to make West Virginia both more prosperous and self-sufficient, we must acknowledge and honor our past. In this spirit, I'll also be proposing a Native American Remembrance Day to be added to the state calendar. What do you think about that? Now, I do also propose a 10% flat tax for all. And I'll get into that further. The more you pick my brain, the more we can talk about it. Now, I strongly support the notion that all West Virginians have an emergency bug-out bag. A bug-out bag, that's right. And a plan of escape. A plan of escape route, which is known to all communities. Now, as a strong supporter of local business and agriculture, I propose the immediate decriminalization of both cannabis and hemp for both medicinal and recreational applications, and propose a judicial review for the remittal of cases, involving marijuana. Now, the state partnered with West Virginia coal companies. I will start to begin negotiations to begin soil remediation to replenish soil as a result of mountaintop removal. Now, local farmers and cultivators here in West Virginia can then lease or sharecrop their plots. Now, certain considerations should also be given to the established farmers willing to diversify and cash in on our newest cash crop. in an effort to keep our money in our state. Now, I had proposed to start by purchasing the town of Sugar Grove. Somebody already purchased it. Let me be very clear about this. I am a Christian and do believe, according to the Bible, that the leaves truly are for the healing of the nations. You can check out Revelation 22 and 2. Now, I do understand, as a Christian, we do have separation of church and state. So I would never try and legislate. We cannot legislate morality. So that's not what I'm trying to do. But this is my position. That's my personal belief. I am a Christian. Can you dig it? Okay. My belief is that whosoever will, let him come. And we'll just move forward from there. Now, and I say that to say I'll never lie to you about who I am. And I don't need any help telling on myself. You know, I've been an adult entertainer in my life as well. So when some say I don't have a chance because I've chosen not to hide and to tell the truth about myself, I'll think about this passage of Scripture that reads, sometimes we hold ourselves up, holding up to the past, to wondering why we cannot move forward into the wonderful blessings that God has for us. You know, forget those things that are behind you and press towards, run, stay focused on the prize ahead of you. Let go and let God. Can you dig it? You know, that's Philippians 3, chapter 3, verse 13 through 14. So as a believer in the Word, I believe this tells us to put the past behind us where it belongs and to focus on the glistening promise of tomorrow. Look, we're changing West Virginia forward. So I am single, but I do believe that a man who finds a wife finds a good wife. Does that mean make me a hypocrite? No. It means I'm human. So, you know, as I pray and ask God for His forgiveness of my transgressions, known and those in secret, I ask Him as well. Even as an independent candidate, you know, I completely support and will defend our constitutional right to bear arms. So in the same breath, I uphold our most basic freedom. I must also give credit and credence to our law enforcement agencies. Okay, now, coming from a family of law enforcement, you know, as our law-abiding citizens flourish, we must give our officers, again, active directives in the war against, listen, I'm going to call it like it is, against meth, heroin, and prescription drug abuse, which also offering treatment alternatives to incarceration. Can you dig it? I propose every county to have a treatment facility. I'd love to see once again, you know, this happen and be brought to the forefront because once again, you know, we must invest in our populace. Yes, we must punish the suppliers, the dealers, but we must also empower and strive to heal those affected as the true victims. I think every county should have access to its own dispensaries, which we do have now in certain areas. You know, we got 55 counties. So, you know, I also support body cams and virtual vests for all law enforcement officers in our state. In the interests of both the lives of our officers and the rights and the protection of our citizens, and again, like I said, in law enforcement alike. Now, I will applaud our cold men out here, you know, Mr. Justice, he's proven that the cold is not the problem in West Virginia, as we've elected to believe. And through compliance and compassion, cooperation, the coal industry can and has still thrived sustainably in our region. Okay? So he, from time to time during his governorship, he has announced the new mines opening across the state. And it's again shown like a beacon to the proud UMWA men and women across our state. So, and concurrent to my other goals, I would like to introduce the West Virginia Servicemen Initiative. Every active and or retired West Virginian would receive a monthly check from the state of West Virginia for life while residing in the state. You know, it's both a heartfelt thank you for their services, but again, as an investment in our state as a whole. We have a desire to see our infrastructure overhauled and strengthened. So as an example, our roads, bridges, and highways are in dire need of repairs and maintenance. We have some of that going on now simply because it's election time. Now, I'll fight for funding to bring this up to par. Now, as my intention to be a candidate truly representative of the people, what I need from you is feedback. What are some of the challenges you think, as a state, we need to address first and foremost? What's your vision for our state? You know, I'm an open book. My number, you can give me a call anytime. 304-915-4127. Again, that's 304-915-4127. Just know that a vote for Q is a vote for you. Okay? Now, I don't profess to have all the answers. You know, they do say that there's a question for every answer. But perhaps our collective questions and concerns can lead us into a brighter future. You know, let's take West Virginia continuously forward and into the 21st century. You know, I'm willing, I'm asking you, let's form the solutions together. You know, we must, in solidarity, set the framework. Can you dig it? I need to say that again. We must, in solidarity, set the framework for our children's future together. You know, in a place that is truly paradise, we the people of wild and wonderful West Virginia care little about race, black, white, red. We are all the Lord's creation. That's why I guess we're blessed by God, almost heaven. That rings true for a reason. Now, honestly, the new face of West Virginia, we're blended and blessed. So again, we care little about race, black, white, red, Chinese, whatever, because we are all the Lord's children. West Virginia, especially South Charleston, West Virginia, Kanawha County, Raleigh County, has shown the country that the word what the word unity truly means. With one hurts, we all hurt. Yes, I did grow up in the city, far from the majestic mountains and winding rivers here in West Virginia, but I consider myself an urban hillbilly of West Virginia. When I walk out of my door every day and see what you see, when I take a deep breath and breathe in what you breathe, you know, bound by the tight twisting hollers, we are all brothers. You know, we cannot do this alone. I need your support. In the truest form of the elective process, I need you. Now listen, if you are 18 and not registered to vote, your voice cannot be heard. So, you know, again, there's no me without you, so I do need you to register to vote. And again, there's no movement of the people without the people. I am Quentin Brown Caldwell, unconditionally independent candidate for governor of West Virginia. Yes, I do want to be your governor. I ask that you join the movement. The movement? You know, listen, at the end of the day, I can't do any worse than those other times. So just remember, Caldwell and prosper West Virginia, new beginnings, West Virginia 2024. We do believe in solutions, not slogans. And we are, once again, changing West Virginia forward. Now, keep in mind that flyers, campaign signs, media, and the rest cost real money. So we do thank you so very much for your support, as we are a simple campaign of one. And again, you can give me a call anytime here in West Virginia at 304-915-4127. And you can gift any amount via Cash App so that we can continue to work to $OG Outreach. That's $OGOUTREACH. Again, I am Quentin Brown Caldwell, and I am changing West Virginia. forward. As always, keep God first, acknowledge Him in all that you do. He says that because it's not within the nature of our Creator to lie, that if we commit our works unto Him, that He shall establish our thoughts. All right, y'all. Thank you so very much for your time. God bless and be well. You're listening to the QG Caldwell Podcast Network, powered by iHeartRadio. Thank you, God bless, and as always, be well.